Hello, apologies if you can hear all that yard work. I can't really record this another day because my craft fair is tomorrow, so I need to make sure I have everything packed, which should be pretty easy because I packed like the other day, and plus I never unpacked anything from my last market. I have to wash my tablecloth, which that's pretty easy. Okay, I have to make sure I don't forget the money. I have to make sure I bring my print organizers. I don't know if I'm going to use them, but it's good to have them anyway. And I have to make more price signs. So I have a couple already. I need to find like a better way on how to do this because I literally have to remake them every time, which kind of sucks, but just little signs like this. And then I use like this ATG tape on the back of it, and then just kind of put that wherever. So what's good is I already have a couple of them. Usually like they get ruined because the tape is double-sided and it just sticks to whatever is on, and when I'm packing up I lay them all on top of each other and they all get stuck together. So basically I just have to figure out which ones I need to make, which ones I have already, and which ones I need to make. Basically, yeah, biggest thing I need to do is make more greeting cards and make the price signs, because that's not really something I can just do there. I use my Cricut to cut them out. And I already have like a file saved, so yeah. And then this was, oh, I don't know which one was the fail. I write it twice, and then whatever one turned out better, I use that one. So yeah, that's the agenda for today. I already kind of did like a mock setup, but I'll just figure it out tomorrow, I guess. We have like 2 hours to set up, I think. Or no. 8:30 and it starts at 10, an hour and a half. Yeah. Ooh. Looks good. I don't know if you can see, I brought a table in here. It's just because I've played around with like a couple different layouts, but I don't know if I want to use the same one for this one. I feel like my last one was good, but I feel like it was kind of like a little cramped. Here's where we currently keep the setup. It could use some work. I just got this for Christmas, which is really cool. It'll be very helpful because instead of making like 4 trips, we can bring it down to probably just 1. And then here is my like DIY shelf. I'll get it out of here, but yeah, very cool. So I'm gonna do like a mock setup. Okay, step 1, tablecloth. Step 2, bagel. So the only problem, I love this tablecloth, but it's for like a 4-foot table. So the sides, ugh, I don't know. I wanted to get another one, but it's like an Easter tablecloth, so I'd have to wait until like, I don't know, Easter. I was really inspired by Katie May's shelf that she has, but I just found this one off of Facebook Marketplace, and it was like, obviously in the listing photo it was the other way around, but I was like, oh, this would be perfect if I flipped it upside down. And then I made this out of foam board. It's not really holding up the best. It's dropped many times. And I made this with my Cricut. This is also kind of peeling. But one thing that's cool that I did is I made this like little pocket back here so I could put like bags or like extra prints and stuff. And then just made like a cheat sheet, which I have to change some of these prices because I don't know, I'm not so sure. And then it was, as you can see, like probably like an extra 1.5 inches deep, so I kind of filled all these spots in because I didn't want the prints to be so far back. And also the guy lied on the listing because I was like, oh, like I have very specific objects that I need to put on here, like how tall is the shelf? And he said it was like 7 3/4. Yeah, it's 6 3/4. So my prints like don't even fit. They have to like lean a lot, but it's whatever. Okay, so I got a couple more printing out. Cards are like not the hardest thing to make, but for some reason they don't ever come out like perfect for me. And it's really annoying. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it's just the paper cutter that I have. But I kind of do it like a weird way just to kind of minimize like all the little mistakes that can happen. Okay. And I just know that in my from my settings on my computer, like where to cut. This is really helpful to have this too. So this side is 7 and this is 10. So this is going to be 7 3/4 this way. Just 7. And then I just score it down the middle. And then I fold it. See, like it never lines up right. It's really annoying. I'll cut the rest off. Because for some reason, that gives me a cleaner cut than doing it, you know, probably the right way. See, like it lines up a little bit better. And there we go. We have a cute little greeting card. And then how to package them. So I take an envelope and how do I do this? Oh, put it inside. Oh, did that come in the middle? Yes, there we go, finally. Goes like that. Then it goes in this little baggie. Just like that. Looks good. Looks very cute. And I made these little stickers. Okay. And then right there. So that way, you know, people know that it's not going to have like a saying on the inside, but it's very cute. Okay, so I have the mystery bags, I have washi tape, I've got memo pads, I've got necklaces. Okay, this is for my business cards. I sell bookmarks. This one probably looks better.
Can I put it in?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think we should bring that little table. Oh yeah, and the cart. There's like 5 people here. Hopefully it'll get better. Almost 2 hours in, I made my first sale. Yay! 4 hours to go. There's about an hour left. We've made $77. So we need back to booth B. So it's been a couple days since my last market, and I thought that I would share, my thoughts on the 2024 market experience that I had. So at the beginning of this year, I kind of made it like my goal to do these craft fairs and art markets and stuff, because I've never done it before. I've seen people do them, and I feel like it would be a good way to get my stuff out to the public, because sometimes like Etsy and like just selling stuff online can be kind of like a hit or miss. Honestly, it can be a hit or miss in person too, because as you will see as I break down these numbers, it has been both. My first one was in October, and the fee to enter was $25, and I had to bring a raffle item in. So it's $25, it was 4 hours, and it was on someone's lawn. It was like at an intersection, kind of like on a busy road, and we were all just set up with our tables. There was probably like maybe 15 to 20 vendors, and I surprisingly did good, but it's the traffic was really slow. I think it was just a problem with the weather. Like, we were outdoors, but we were expecting it to be cold, and so they had like popcorn, and they had hot chocolate, and they had empanadas, but it was surprisingly like a really warm day. Like, I dressed warm and I was sweating the whole time. It was bad. But anyway, so for that one, I made $187, which I was blown away by because I figured I would have made like, my goal was to make 30. I feel like it's good to just hope to make the booth fee back, because I feel like if you kind of set expectations, then you can be disappointed. So I was like, hopefully I'll make $30. I ended up making 187, which was crazy, but only one person that I didn't know or was related to bought something from me, and it was 3 stickers. So yeah, if my friends didn't come and if my family didn't come, I would have made $5. So yeah, it's kind of bittersweet, I guess, because it's like nobody really showed up anyway, so I can't really say that it's my fault, but whatever. Good turnout, I guess, for me either way. So the second one was $30. It was 6 hours. I think it was like 10 to 4. I made $29. So I was $1 shy of making the booth fee back. So that was really sad. I think the problem is, like, where I live, we don't really have like designated art like markets, like specifically. I think it just wasn't like my target audience. Also, I think the placement where I wasn't the best. Right across from me was a permanent jewelry stand, and everyone and their grandma was loving that. I think they would like turn their head on to the other side and like miss me. At least that's what I'm gonna go with that story to make me feel better. But even the lady next to me said that she wasn't doing good either. So, you know, I mean, it was a really big turnout, but I think it was just the circumstances weren't the best. And then the third one I did, I was very nervous for this one because the previous one I just did and I bombed, like, I didn't even make the booth fee back, and I was really nervous to do this one. I was like wondering, is it even worth it? Because it was over an hour away from me and it was only 3 hours long. So I was like, is this even gonna be worth it? But I ended up going. It was $50 for the fee, and I ended up making $190, so better than the first one. And that was really surprising. I ended up bringing the like vintage jewelry collection that I have, and that was like a big hit. So like half my sales were, you know, like the art stuff, and then the other half was the jewelry. So that was nice. I think people were drawn in by the jewelry and then like would look at my other stuff, so that was like really helpful too, that I brought that. And also, it was at an elementary school, so I guess that's my target audience. I didn't even think, because I feel like I've been leaning more towards the side that my stuff is like spooky and like, but I guess it's more just cute, and like people like cute stuff. I don't know. Kids like cute stuff, like they would come up and whatnot. But anyway, so that was good. And then the one that I just did a couple days ago, it was $50 for the booth fee. It was another 6-hour event, and this one was at a college, so I was thinking, you know, this is my demographic, you know, because I know how I feel about like cute stuff, and I feel like I just need like the girlies to come by and like see my cute stuff. But it was a Saturday, and I know not everybody lives on campus, and not everybody has Saturday classes, and like not everybody's gonna be walking around on campus. So it was honestly more, I feel like it was more non-students than it was students. I don't know how they found. I think it might have just been like a board on the side of the road that was like craft fair this way. But I don't know. So it was $50 to get in, and I ended up making 78. So not the best. Again, I was right next to a permanent jewelry. I don't know why they keep following me around, but I don't think that was the problem this time. I think I was probably in a bad spot. Like I was right next to the entrance, so people would come in, and I was the second booth in, so they would come to me, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, this is so cute. We're gonna come back. We're gonna circle around." And then they would circle around, and then they would not come back. So maybe if I was more towards the end, like, and they had already done their lap, and then they would have bought something, but I was in the beginning, so most people are like, oh, well, let me look around first and then I'll come back. And I had a couple people do that, and then maybe they just forgot, or maybe they saw something better, or maybe they just changed their mind. I don't know. So again, that's the story that I'm gonna go with. It's, I'm not the problem. It's where I was, and that makes me feel a little better. So another thing I do is put like the prices for everything wherever it is. And I forgot to put up for the ornaments that I made and the little gift tags that I made. I forgot to put prices next to them. So I don't think I put it up until like the last 2 hours, and I had so many people coming by and they were picking up the ornaments and they're like, oh, this is so cute. And I didn't even think to be like, oh, hey, by the way, those are $10 or that's however much, because I just assumed that the price tag was there, and then I was realizing, oh my god, it wasn't there, so those people were just staring at them and probably too nervous to ask me how much they were, or like they were waiting for me to tell them and I just didn't even realize. So that was on me, and I was kind of mad at myself for that. But all in all, I would definitely do more next year. I think these were definitely really good to help me like get out of my shell and like show my stuff off. It's also kind of getting the creative juices flowing, because I feel like I had a lot of anxiety before starting them because I feel like I didn't have enough stuff. So it really pushed me to keep creating, coming up with new products and new ideas. It was the whole reason that I, made like my little memo pads and my sticky notes, my washi tape. So I would definitely say that it was a positive experience. I know I had a couple fails on here, but I made back the booth fee almost for all of them, so I would say that's a win in my book. So definitely want to do more. There's not too many I've seen coming up though, so maybe more towards summer I'll do some more. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. Those are my numbers. I'll make like a little spreadsheet, I guess. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.